Year in 2006 after he terrorized offenses that season. Named to the NFL's All-Decade Team of the 2000s, Jason tallied 139.5 career sacks during his 15-year career. Jason Taylor will be the 308th Hall of Famer to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Lynn, we are ready for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to register a question, please press the 1 followed by the 4 on your telephone. You'll hear a 3-tone prompt to acknowledge your request. If your question has been answered and you would like to withdraw your registration, please press the 1 followed by the 3. If you're using a speakerphone, please lift your handset before entering your request. One moment, please, for the first question. The first question comes from one of Rafael Hayes with the 3-point conversation. Please go ahead. Mr. Hayes, your line is open. Please verify your mute button.
Okay, thank you. It's the 3-point conversion. Sorry about that. And Jason, I want to say congratulations on getting inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem. So my question is, looking at your career and the way you were criticized about your size and playing the DN position, but yesterday, of course, you prevailed and you got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Talk about, if you can, the satisfaction of getting in the Hall of Fame after going through all of that, and then what would be your message to any young player that's dealing with issues as far as, like, size?
Well, the gratification is there, obviously, having come this far, making the Hall is great. You know, when I came in 97, it wasn't in vogue to be a 240-pound, 245-pound defensive end. You know, there weren't a whole lot of guys out there. It was kind of unheard of, and there was a lot of questions as to whether I can survive and thrive at that weight. You know, the game has evolved now, so this quote-unquote tweener, they used to call it back in the day, is now what teams are looking to draft. So you know, the game has changed, the position has changed, and it's great to see that change and kind of be part of it.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I had an Uber Eats delivery at the door. I had to get real quick. Are we done with that one? Hello?
We can go to the next question.
Okay.
I apologize. The next question comes from the line of Josh Friedman with 790 The Ticket. Please go ahead.
Hi, Jason. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Okay. Jason, at what point in your career did you entertain the thought, maybe to yourself or you shared it with close family and friends, that the Hall of Fame was a possible landing spot for you? I guess there was chatter. You know, for lack of a better term, it was chatter probably 2006, 2007 time. You know, and you don't really focus on it. You hear it. A lot of the positive things that I would read and hear in the media, I would ignore. I would pay more attention to the negative things to kind of see what was out there. And, you know, it's kind of a twisted way of thinking, but it never really became, it was never the goal. It was never something I was shooting for and focusing on. It was just a product of, you know, trying to put good seasons together back to back and trying to be the best player I could be. So there was never a real concerted focus on it. It was always kind of in the periphery, and you know, until you retire and you look back and say, hey, maybe here's a shot. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Chris Perkins with Sun Sentinel. Please go ahead.
Hey, JT, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. There's been a while between the time that you learned that you were going in and now. What have been the 2 or 3 best moments that you've had between then and leading up to today? Wow, 2 or 3 best moments. That's interesting. It's, you know, going up to the Hall of Fame in March as a class of 2017 team member was cool. You know, the best part was getting the knock on the door, but you know, in Houston at the Super Bowl. So that's number one. That's the best. And then going up there as an inductee, our class of 2017 inductee in March, for your site visit, you start to see where you're going to be and you know, get more of a feel of, hey, I'm actually going in this place. I literally just got back from the hall. I just walked in the door from the hall 20 minutes ago. So I was up there yesterday. You know, so those moments make it more real, make it more cool. You know, in public, outside of that, it's been, you know, the increase, I guess, in the power or the influence you can have over somebody's day. You know, where it went from Jason Taylor, the football player, you know, from the Miami Dolphins, to he's a Hall of Famer, and you know, you see the look on people's faces, adults and kids alike, and I love that. That's the best part of it. It's having the ability to make a kid smile, or you laugh at an adult and he sits there with his eyes open and his mouth open, not knowing what to say, and you know, so those are the coolest moments. Those are the most special moments. Thanks, Stacey. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Adam Beasley with the Miami Herald. Please go ahead.
Hi, JT. Congratulations first. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks, man.
What planning has gone into next week? Who you have coming with you? We know obviously that Coach Johnson is going to introduce you, but what's your week going to be like next week?
Oh, well, a lot was saying it a ton, and you know, the Hall has a great staff that helps. Michelle Norris has been a big help from the Hall, working with staff and getting everything organized. But you know, there's so much. I mean, logistically with flights and tickets, and you know, trying to get teammates from the pros there, and you know, the unique thing for me is that I played college ball 20 miles away from there, so a lot of college teammates are going to be there. I know we've got 100 college teammates that are coming to the party. So you know, got a lot of Dolphins guys coming. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. A big celebration, and not only for myself, but for the other inductees. And you know, I'll go up there Thursday for the game with the Cowboys and Cardinals. Friday, I'll get my jacket at the Gold Jacket dinner. Saturday will be the enshrinement. We'll party in the Sunday, and come back home.
Could you give me a few Dolphins players that you plan on seeing up there?
Who's coming? Timbo, Trace, Sam and Pat, Sean Wooden, Troy Drayton, Larry Chester, Todd Wade, Hartline, Cam Wake, Pouncey, John Denny. I know I'm missing guys. I'm going to get in trouble for it. OG, Arande's coming. OJ McDuffie. Danny will be there, obviously. You know, the Dolphin Hall of Fame contingency will be there. So that's, you know, I guess there's guys I'm missing too, but there's going to be a great representation of guys. And that's the most important thing for me was, you know, outside of my family and really outside of my family, I wanted to make sure that the closest people to me and the guys that had the biggest part in me being there were there to share it with me, and with the teammates being there, that's great.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Michael Hernandez with MIA.scout.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, Jason, congratulations again. I was wondering if you could talk about maybe the toughest quarterback in your career to sack. Who would that be?
Toughest quarterback to sack. I mean, they're for different reasons. There's different guys. I mean, Big Ben is tough to bring down just because he's big and strong. He always keeps playing alive and keeps his eyes down the field. Michael Vick was always hard to catch because he was just so dang fast. I think really the guy was probably the hardest to get to would probably be Peyton Manning, just because he had a knack for getting rid of the ball in time. Everything was so timed with him, and you know, you might get a clean rush, and you might make a great move and get close, but the ball's going to be gone. And he's he did a really good job of avoiding them and avoiding sacks and negative plays and getting rid of the football. So him for technical reasons, Big Ben for size reasons, and probably Mike Vick for speed.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Sean Naylor with Inscriber Digital Magazine. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Jason, congratulations on making the Hall of Fame.
Thanks, man.
I was just curious, growing up at a younger age, who was your most inspirational person and kept you playing the game of football?
Well, I didn't start playing football until I joined the team as a junior in high school, so it was I was a late bloomer of football. The person I most looked up to in life was my mother, and the toughness that she always portrayed, and how she sacrificed so much for our family. But outside of that, it would be Michael Jordan was anybody that grew up in the 80s and 90s was a Jordan fan. So all I wanted to ever do was be like Mike, play basketball, and be like Mike. But so many of the lessons that you look up at, you could find a hero or an idol in a different sport, a different walk of life, and a lot of the same characteristics relate to your particular sport too. So there were so many things I took from trying to quote unquote be like Mike, that competitiveness, the grind, the trying to overcome disappointment and doubt or whatnot. And then my high school coach, I give him a lot of credit too for getting me started in the game.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Michael Shelton with WDNCAM. Please go ahead.
Hello, Jason. Congratulations on your upcoming induction to the Hall of Fame. And it's kind of exciting because you're going to become only the second Mid-American Conference player to be inducted since you went to the University of Akron. And, of course, the only other MAC player to be inducted was Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Jack Lambert, which I'm sure has to mean a lot to you growing up in Pittsburgh. Just what did playing your high school ball in Pittsburgh and then playing your college ball in Akron, how did that shape you for your professional career into where you're about to head into the Hall of Fame on Sunday?
Well, first off, yeah, it's very cool to be the second guy from the MAC to the Mid-American Conference to make it to the Hall of Fame. And the fact that it's a Pittsburgh Steeler and a guy that I'm obviously very familiar with, Jack Lambert, is really cool. I just found that information out yesterday, as a matter of fact. Was unaware of that. So, playing football in Pittsburgh is big. I mean, I used to think Pittsburgh football and Pennsylvania football was huge until I moved to Florida, and I realized how crazy it is in other parts of the country as well. But growing up there with the history of guys that have come from the Pittsburgh area, and just the list of Hall of Famers that have come from the Pittsburgh area and come through the grind of playing football there. It's a blue collar, tough city. You grow up a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and you can't help but be gritty and mentally and physically tough, and all those same characteristics carry over to when I went to Akron. Playing in the MAC, and sometimes you hear knocks about the caliber of teams that they're playing, level of competition or whatnot, and it's there is a lot of good football being played in the Mid-American Conference. There was when I was playing. It's even better nowadays. So it's you look around the league at some of the future Hall of Famers that are coming out that are Mid-American guys. It was a great start for me, and obviously a great one for them as well.
So since playing at Akron, have you received a congratulatory phone call from Akron's most famous son, LeBron James?
I have not heard from LeBron. I'm sure he's been quite busy returning with championships and get his team together, so I've not heard of him.
Just thought I asked, but thank you so much again, Jason, and congratulations once again.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Stephen Michaels with Northern California Football Diary. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. I was curious, is it true that the rumors that your penis has CTE, is that true?
Excuse me, sir. Let's say these questions for the enshrinement of Jason Taylor.
Oh, let's say, so your penis does not have CTE. It's fully conscious.
Sure.
Moving on to the next question from the line of Mark Adams with Akron Herald. Please go ahead.
Hey, JT, I want to thank you for all the memories you have provided throughout your career. Given all your accomplishments, can you tell us what it was like the first time you spilled milk down your teammate's back? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hello?
Yeah, like in the locker room, a lot of times after the games, just way to celebrate it. I've heard, and especially within your organization, that people would your teammates, you guys would spill milk down each other's backs. And I just wanted to get your thoughts.
That's not accurate.
Lynn, I think we're going to conclude the call.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you everybody else for joining us today. The audio of the call will be posted on the Hall of Fame